started by looking back at the series in this week's Rewind. Despite their poor shooting, the Rockets were able to pull out 2 wins at home, but in Utah, their struggles only got worse once the Jazz fed off the energy of their home crowd. Utah's offense wasn't that good. It was just that Houston's was much worse. But the Jazz did play some stifling defense, forcing 19 Rockets turnovers and outscored Houston 40-10 in the paint. The Jazz held the Rockets without a field goal for 10 minutes in the second half and didn't allow Houston's reserves to score a single point. Yao Ming scored 26 and Tracy McGrady had 24 points for Houston, but only 2 other Rockets scored. According to the Elias Sports Bureau, it was the first time in NBA playoff history that one team had only 4 scorers. The Rockets bench was outscored 33-0 and the Jazz beat Houston 81-67.
On Saturday, Utah used the same formula to even up the series at 2 games apiece. Darren Williams added 25 points, including 11 in the third quarter. Utah outscored Houston 33-17 in the period and again flustered the Rockets into a listless second half. This time, Houston got points from 10 players, but not nearly enough from any of them, including Yao and Tracy McGrady, who were both held to their lowest point totals of the series. The Jazz won at 98-85 and sent the Rockets searching for answers and their game back in Houston.
A change of scenery was just what the All-Star duo and the rest of the Houston Rockets needed to regain control of their playoff series with Utah. Back home after 2 lethargic losses in Utah, the Rockets rediscovered their shooting touch, shooting 47% and hitting 12 of 24 from three-point range. They also out-rebounded Utah 42-39. Carlos Boozer of the Jazz scored 26 points but had only 8 rebounds, denied a double-double for the first time in the series. Derek Fisher added 17 and Williams had 13 for the Jazz. Things didn't look good in the first quarter as T-Mac left the game with a hip-pointer but came back to score 20 in the final 3 quarters. Utah stretched its early lead to 37-27, but Yao then flipped in 2 hook shots and McGrady hit a 3-pointer to cut the lead to 44-40. McGrady drove down the lane in the final minute of the half, then found Shane Battier in the corner for a 3-pointer that made it 44-43.
The Rockets' defense faltered in the third, allowing Utah to put up 28 points in the period, with most coming on layups. Williams, Boozer, and even Paul Millsap each had a pair of hoops in the paint to give Utah a 72-68 lead heading into the fourth quarter. But Luther had then hit 2 threes early in the final quarter to give the Rockets a 76-75 lead. With 7 minutes left, McGrady drove through the lane, and the reverse lay-in made it 83-80. A few minutes later, Juwan Howard found Yao for a layup that put Houston up 91-84 with 3:58 to go. Matt Harpring scored twice, and Boozer drove around Yao for a basket that cut the Rocket lead to 1. It was a 2-point lead when Derek Fisher drove down the lane, but was called for an offensive foul after colliding with Chuck Hayes. Yao got the inbound pass and hit both free throws. And with the 96-92 win, the Rockets take a 3-2 advantage in their best-of-7 series with the Jazz.
I had a talk with a couple of guys and just told them, just stay with it, be confident, and, because we're going to need them. It's really no pressure on them because that's what I'm saying. That's what I told them. It's no pressure on you guys. If we lose, the blame is on me. If we win, everybody get praised. So I was like, just go out there, have fun, and play your game. I know it's tough. It's playoffs. It's tough, It's a great team that we playing over there, but, if you got open shots, be confident, take those shots, and just do what you do.
Not personal, but you thought about it. You never want to feel like you being outdid. We haven't been contributing like we usually do in the regular season. But today we play hard. If we can consistently bring what we brought today, meet Juwan, people coming out the bench doing things like that, I think we'll be all right.
I always say we got to find some energy up there. We can't allow them to get their crowd into the game, and we got to try to steal the effort points from them. We got to, again, be first to loose balls, not give up easy back cuts to the basket. We can't give up transition points to them, and we can't put them on the line like we did 2 games up there.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the season opener of Rockets Insider. I'm Patty Smith.
And I'm Bar Dennis. And I forgot my line.
Well, expectations are high, and rightfully so. Carol Dolphin. Why is he Carol Dolphin? Who changed his name?
We call him Flipper. Somewhat surprisingly is rookie Steve Novak. What? Obviously, it's very... Rockies, but Novak has done such a good job of 3, 2, 1. She's on a roll.
3, 2, 1.
I forgot what I was. Now, hopefully, we won't be whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hopefully
we won't be Baba
I won't,
Walters.
I won't be talking like Elmo, but and he has devoted his efforts to.
3, 2.
And take 52.
The Rockets continued gaining momentum toward the postseason, finishing last week a perfect 4-0. Tracy McGrady was Player of the Week for helping the Rockets to 3 straight road wins, then came home to swat down the Hornets. T-Mac averaged 28 points, 7 assists, more than 6 rebounds, and 3 steals per game as Houston went over the 50-win plateau for just the 7th time in franchise history. The offense was in fine form against the Hornets as the Rockets tied season highs in field goals, assists, and fourth-quarter points. The Rockets picked up their first win over the Hornets this season, 123-112, moving to 19-1 at home this year when scoring 100 or more points. Monday against Phoenix, the Rockets looked to solidify the 4th best record in the West and earn home court advantage against the Jazz in the first round. The Suns had little to play for already, nailing down the 2nd seed in the West, but they had no intentions of letting the Rockets stroll to an easy win. The game had playoff intensity from the start, and despite building a double-digit lead midway through the 4th quarter, the Rockets had to sweat out their first victory over the Suns in Houston since 2003. T-Mac finished just 1 assist shy of a triple-double, 39 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists, as the Rockets earned the 120-117 win. Yao Ming added 34 points and 9 rebounds for the Rockets, who won their 5th straight game and secured their best record since 1997.
Friday against Portland, it was painfully simple. No T-Mac, no Yao, no victory. Both were out with back problems, and while Luther Head tried to give the Rockets a chance with 19 points, it was not enough as the Blazers win it 85-78. But both superstars returned for Sunday's game in Sacramento, and it was vintage McGrady as he finished with 40 points, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds. And they pulled away for a 112-106 victory over the Kings, equaling their largest comeback in a win this season. And Monday night in Seattle, everything was going well for the Sonics. They were feeling good after their 22-point comeback against the Jazz Sunday, and were staying within striking distance against the Rockets. That is, until Nick Collison.
The other way, and Yao is taken to the court.
Okay, now this could get ugly.
Yeah.
Collison took down Yao very hard, and Juwan Howard took exception to that.
Tracy McGrady picked up a technical, but the third-quarter takedown didn't tickle any funny bones in the Great Wall. Yao also responded quickly to the flagrant foul, but in a totally different way, dominating the paint and punishing Collison with hooks and dunks. The big man scored 19 of his 31 points in the second half and carried the Rockets to a much-needed 95-90 victory over Seattle. Houston picked up their season-high 4th straight road win and moved them a half a game ahead of Utah in the race for home court advantage in the opening round of the playoffs.
Just because the Houston Rockets have clinched a playoff spot, that doesn't necessarily translate into extra rest for Tracy McGrady and Yao Ming. Wednesday night in L.A., McGrady scored 8 points in the final 3 minutes of the third, and Houston turned a 7-point halftime deficit into a 70-61 lead over the Clippers. John Lucas III knocked down a 3-pointer to trigger an 11-2 spurt that gave the Rockets an 83-76 lead with 3:29 to play. Then Shane Battier made a clutch 3-pointer in the final minute, helping the Rockets beat the Clippers for the 14th time in their last 17 meetings. They stayed in Los Angeles and took on the Lakers Friday night. Kobe Bryant kept his hot streak going as he poured in another 53 against Houston, just like he did back in December in double overtime. But Yao Ming's 39 and Tracy McGrady's 30 helped the Houston Rockets withstand Kobe Bryant's latest 50-point night, his 5th in the last 7 games. Incredible. T-Mac delivers this week's Panda Express firecracker play, faking out Kobe, Taking it strong to the hoop, where Kwame Brown fouls him on the left-handed jam. A nice play that helped the Rockets build a 75-67 lead heading into the fourth quarter. But after leading most of the game, Bryant brought the Lakers back from a late 12-point deficit. He's got a flair for the dramatic and did so again with the three-pointer late in the game to tie it at 95 and send it into overtime. But in OT, he bounced another shot from beyond the arc off the rim, and the Rockets rebounded as the overtime ended with the Rockets holding on for a 107-104 victory. And that set up a dandy of a showdown Sunday as the Jazz came to Houston holding a slim half-game lead over the Rockets for home court advantage in the first round of the playoffs. Mehmet Okur scored 20 points, and Carlos Boozer added 13 in the win, which broke a 6-game road losing streak for the Jazz. With the victory, they remained a game and a half ahead of the Rockets in fourth place in the Western Conference standings with just 8 games left in the regular season. And for his effort